welcome to something I would like to call casual chats, because I was gonna do Grace Gabs or something, but it just sounded a little bit stupid. So today, I just figured that I would just do something casual, just literally sit down. I have my lunch here and talk about just something. So today I'm going to be talking about my TEDx experience, which I will explain about it. I'll talk about how I felt, I'll talk about how it went, I'll just talk about everything about it, and I will actually link you to my speech if you wanted to see that. So stay tuned till the end and then you will get to see that link. Also, I would just like to add, I have been planting this aloe vera plant back there next to the candle, and it literally grew from maybe right here and now it's all the way up here. This is insane because I'm pretty sure my room has a lot of carbon dioxide, but I'm just like, oh, this is my pride and joy. Anyways, back to the topic. So I looked up the definition of the TED Talks. So TED is basically a global set of conferences run by the private nonprofit Sapling Foundation under the slogan Ideas Worth Spreading. So if it has an X, that means it's an independently organized event. So we had this at my school and we had 4 alumni come and speak and 4 students and like 1 teacher or something like that. And we all spoke about something different, but it all was under the theme of a new medium, which is just a new way to solve a problem or just a new way to do something that was a thing, you know, back in the day, or whatever you would like to call it. So for me, I decided I would speak about anxiety and YouTube. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, I have anxiety, I do YouTube. People are like, wait, but like, aren't you afraid of people? Which is still kind of true, but it helped me to become more confident for sure. And I'm definitely a lot less shy now. So from the whole beginning of the process, I had this opportunity to do this speech and I was starting to write. You know, it was a long process, just like writing any other speech. You basically have to memorize that speech word for word. Well, I mean, not really word for word, but you should pretty much know your speech, and you have to have slides to go along with it. So I worked on those. I decided to make mine pretty simple, get some screenshots and that kind of stuff. And then after that, you have rehearsals, and it's just like any other performance, I guess. You have your dress rehearsal and then you do the actual thing. So for me, during the rehearsal, I was like, oh my god, I'm so nervous. Like I literally had an anxiety attack before the thing. I was like, what am I gonna do? Then I started crying and then I was like laughing because I was crying, but it was just really confusing. But at the rehearsal, I messed up, and a lot of people actually messed up, which I was like, whoa, aren't you supposed to be prepared? But a lot of people messed up and I was like, oh man, this event is gonna be a disaster. But after the afternoon came, there was actually like this reception thing where I stood in front of a computer and everybody had like their own little station where they could basically talk or just do like a little preview of what they're talking about or have an example of what they're doing. So for me, I had a Mac computer with one side had my YouTube channel and it had some videos, and then the other side had my Polyboard, which I would scroll through and show people because that's like my largest audience, I guess. So I decided to show people that. So that was basically the reception, I guess. All these people walked in and had some fancy snacks and wine and that kind of stuff, and then we all headed to the theater where we would all do our speeches. So it was basically split up, and they would have half the speeches and then they had like an intermission or something, and then another half of the speeches. So mine was in the second half, which was terrifying because I could have sat in the audience, but instead I stayed backstage because if I sat in the audience and I saw other people mess up, it would make me really nervous. Or if I saw people do really, really well, I'd be like, oh man, I have to step up to that standard. And I just didn't want that to happen. So I decided to stay backstage, which was fine because I had some friends there and it was all cool. And before my speech, it was kind of chaotic because we had to strap on 2 mics, and I think I'll show you in the picture. I'll just put a picture up like right here. And I had to have 2 mics and we were just struggling to clip those on, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I thought I was gonna see all the audience members, but the reality is that it was just blinding lights in my face and I saw like 2 people. And I'm glad that I did this because, well, it was a good experience, obviously, but I'm glad I've gotten to that level of like, I can do that now. And I think it really is you guys. So, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh my god. I'm so weird. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say. Back on topic. So the speech went pretty well, actually. I went through my slides, I talked about my stats, I just talked about how the internet is usually perceived, or usually like when you're in middle school or something, they always teach you, beware of cyberbullying, don't go on these different websites, you know, strangers, you know, stranger danger, don't talk to people. I basically turned that around and said, well, look at all the good that it has done, not just for me, but for, you know, everybody. So that was pretty cool. I also talked about how when I first started, these were the numbers I had, and then after I had my YouTube channel, I did my numbers and all that kind of stuff. And since then, they've grown a lot. Hey, bro, what you think you're doing, huh?
You're saying about how after YouTube, then you saw like the numbers coming up. It's really comfy in here.
Okay, so anyways, back to the topic at hand. My numbers grew, and that was really cool for me just because you go on, you're like, oh my gosh, 10 people want to follow me. And you check back, oh my gosh, 50 people want to follow me. I'm like, this? Like, I don't even know 50 people. I'm just kidding. I know 50 people,
she doesn't have friends.
Hey, I have friends, okay? I have you guys are my friends. And then slowly it got to 100, then 1,000. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm so famous. I'm just kidding. I did not say that. And my numbers basically grew, and I continue to be mind blown every single day. Like just yesterday or last night, I hit 40,000 followers on my Polyvore, which that's a lot of people. That's like, that's 40% of the people in my town. And my town isn't huge, my town isn't small, but you know, it's pretty decent. That's just so cool to think about, honestly. So, my word of advice, if you ever care to know, my word of advice would just be like, if you really want to do something, do it. Listen to Nike, just do it. And don't be afraid of what people are gonna think, because yes, there's gonna be people who are like, hey, you ugly, hey, you stupid, but just be like, you stupid. And don't feed the trolls, okay? Don't tell them they're stupid, just ignore them, okay? It's like, you know, just they're over there, just, and that's what I would say. And this is the lesson that I learned, because I did this, and dude, you guys are like so supportive, and yeah, I get like 3 thumbs down, or I get 4 thumbs down. I'm just like, man, nobody likes it. But I mean, it makes up for like the 12 thumbs up that I do have. So basically, lesson learned. That was a lesson learned. I just rambled on and on. If you want to see my TEDx talk, I will be putting it right here, annotation, also linked down below. Please watch it. I worked really hard on that, and it was like one of the most exciting slash anxious slash biggest things in my life, which I don't even know how to describe it. I was just feeling all the feelings. So that is pretty much it. Oh, one thing, I want to interact with you guys, so comment down below if you had to do a speech, comment down below the scariest moment of your life. Just talk to me and I'll reply to your comments. We can have a little conversation, do a little chit chat, do the casual chat, and that is all I have to say for this video.
Outro.
What?
Sorry. So like if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, comment, share, and all those good things, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Hey, you did it wrong. So that is it for this video. Make sure you give this video a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new, comment, share, and all those good things, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Come
on, that's exactly what I said.
You didn't say that. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
I'm done.
We're done? We're done.